Okay, so I want to share a message coming through, connect it with the astrology and what is coming up right now a lot. And what I feel like physically in my body throughout the days is like a need to slow the fuck down, to slow down and to check in with our emotional body and to see how our body is responding to certain things. Because we're being asked, okay, Saturn and Pluto, the conjunction was on the 12th, the exact conjunction of these two like huge transformative planets. The exact conjunction was on the 12th, but we're going to continue to feel this energy. We're going to continue to work with this energy for a long time, like well into 2020. We have a ton of Capricorn's energy happening. We have Jupiter that's going to come together with Pluto. It's going to come together with Saturn. Like, we're not out of the Saturn-Pluto energy, like what you've been feeling for the last few weeks. I don't want to say that it's not going to change or it's not going to get better. It's just like you need to get used to this energy that is happening right now, because we're going to be having Capricorn energy going on for a long time, well out of Capricorn season. And so what I'm feeling is a need to slow down and to check in throughout your day to day. It feels like there's like a heaviness, there's a weight to the energy that we're in. There's like a severity, a knowing that the choices that we're making, that the things that we're doing are really big right now. Like they are laying a new foundation for how we want to show up in the world moving forward. We're moving through a lot of deeply rooted psychological shit. Okay? Like this conjunction, nobody has experienced this in their lifetime, with it being in the sign of Capricorn. None of us have moved through this energy. And I think we can see it affecting the world globally, like on the big scale. We can see what's going on within society. We can see structures crumbling. We can see shit being exposed, being brought up to the surface. But individually, we're all moving through that energy as well. And so needing to slow down throughout your day and to check in with yourself and to notice how your body is responding to things, because we have the opportunity with Pluto and Saturn together, and with all the rest of the astrology that's happening in the sky, we have the energy available to us of moving through heavy shit, like clearing out karmic cycles and karmic patterns that have been stuck within our physical body for a long time. And then they show up, in our outer reality. So we need to take the time to slow down each day and to really check in with our body, to check in with how we're feeling, and to notice when resistance comes up. Right? And to notice when your body is responding really strongly, like emotionally, physically. There's a visceral response within your body. Like you can feel your body reacting to different things, especially if you're moving through uncomfortable situations, like you're moving through situations that bring up a lot of resistance. Maybe you're putting yourself out there in new ways, because that's what this energy is calling on us to do. Capricorn is all about showing up in the outer world in a different way, right? Like being fully committed to yourself, fully committed to your mission, to your work, putting yourself out there. Capricorn is the top of your chart. It's like your social standing, how people in the outer world see you. And so if you're using this energy to grow and to transform, right, that's what it's asking for us to do. Pluto is this sign, the planet of transformation. It's associated with the sign Scorpio, which is all about transformation and evolution. And so, and also in relation to that energy, to Pluto and Scorpio, it rules what's beneath the surface. It rules what we can't see. It rules all of the darkness of the world, basically. It rules trauma, it rules sexual abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, all different kinds of abuse. It rules, again, trauma. It rules just the darkness and the heaviness and shit that we don't want to look at, really. It's like shit that you're so afraid of that will make you like unlovable, or it's so dark and it's so uncomfortable to look at that maybe you're afraid of going there. Maybe you're afraid that it'll consume you if you do look at it, like it'll just overtake you, the feeling or the heaviness, the intensity. I totally understand. yeah, I have a lot of this in my chart, so I understand the fear of going to those places. But that's what we have to do, right? This is the work that we're here to do, is to move through the resistance, to move through the situations that are uncomfortable. But we know on the other side of these situations, of moving through these situations, that there will be a new level of growth and transformation. It's like resisting things that your ego is not comfortable doing, because maybe it's going to make you look at parts of yourself, the Scorpio energy, to look at parts of yourself that you haven't wanted to look at, to tend to these parts of yourself that maybe you've pushed down within your body, you've stuck, emotions in certain areas. That's what trauma is when an event is too much for us to process all at once. So we can process parts of it, and then the rest is stored. It's stored somewhere. It's stored in your physical body. And so then, maybe an event comes up in your current reality, and you respond to it really strongly because of this past trauma, this past memory that hasn't been fully resolved because it was too much to handle at one point. So it's our work to go back to that time and space and to heal that situation. And we can do that in many different ways. We can do that within our current reality when we put ourselves out there in new ways. We move, we go into the resistance, we go into the things that are comfortable, but there's a deep inner knowing that on the other side of that, like, this is exactly the situation that we need to embrace because it's going to help us grow. So as your body responds, your body's having an emotional response, you're like a visceral response within your body to this current situation, but it's probably overreacting because of a past situation. So you can hold space for yourself in that process. You can coach yourself through that process. I do this with myself all the fucking time, constantly talking to myself and supporting myself and reaffirming, like, okay, I'm breathing back into my body, like, I'm okay, like, over and over and over. You affirm the reality that you want to entertain, that you want to engage with right now. And so it's really important to take the time to slow down right now, because it is like a rebirthing process. Like, we're developing new boundaries within our lives. We're developing a new expression of ourselves in the outer world. We're committing to ourselves in a big way. We're committing to our work, to our relationship, to our place of living, to whatever the fuck it looks like for you. We're committing to something right now. And so you need to take the time to slow down and to protect your energy and to be really aware of how your body's responding to your present environment, and how it could be, it could be overreacting, it could be responding to something that has happened in the past. But you have the ability to reparent yourself and to support yourself in the ways, like, right now, that you would have liked when you were younger, you would have liked a few days ago, you would have liked somebody to hold this space for you. Like, I do recommend having like a professional person hold space for you. So, I do astrology readings, past life regressions, and I also go to people for these services. Like, I pay people to hold space for me, or I have other healer friends and we exchange services, we hold space for each other. Like, it's important to take that time to slow down and get the reflection back to you. So, but yeah, we can all just be more aware of this. We can all take the time within our day-to-day reality to slow down and to breathe and to come back into our body and to notice how our body is responding to a certain situation. And we can hold space for ourselves in that process. We can support ourselves in that process. We can reaffirm what it is that we want to be experiencing now, like reaffirm that we're safe in our current situation, that we're supported, that you can do this, that you're loved. Like, fucking pump yourself up, support your own self. That is what is being called on us, like sovereignty. Yeah, owning your existence, owning your reality, taking responsibility for the experiences that you've called into your reality, and owning your ability to move through them. Even though they're uncomfortable as fuck, you must move through them, or else you stay stuck, and that's when depression happens, because you feel pressed down, you feel restricted in some way because you're not expressing, you're not moving forward, you're not doing what it is that you came here to do. So, okay, just a little message for now. I hope that this was helpful. If you'd like to book a reading with me, my site is cosmicguidance.online. yeah, I hope this supports you. Okay.